Hey, welcome back. This is Rick Garza, once again here to talk to you about the character, the habits, and the life of a professional sales athlete. Reminder for those maybe who are new to this video podcast is that we all, in some way or another, have looked up to professional athletes in whatever field of sport we're interested in. And the reason we do that, because we know they did something throughout their lives, the habits, the character traits, the lifestyle that they lived in order to rise above and stand out above others, in order to be given the title of a professional athlete. Well, professional sales athletes is the same thing. And you need to look at, well, what are the character traits? What are the habits? And what is the life of a professional sales athlete? Today, we're going to be talking about the character trait of sincerity and being sincere. The standard or the definition that we hold ourselves to in the world of sincerity is building trust with others that who I am on the inside is who they see me on the outside. In other words, there is no difference between who I am when no one is watching and who I am when I'm in front of other people. And that is tough to do, because we have so many other things that we're trying to look right. We're trying to make our numbers. We're trying to impress other people. But if you can build in this character trait of sincerity, it will carry you throughout your sales career, and it will help you in your family, relationships, and other important relationships you have in the community. So sincerity actually got its start back in the Roman days. And when people who were in the industry of making pottery got their clay, they began to mold the pottery. And then once it was made, they would put it in the fire, they would complete it, and then put it up for sale. Well, there were some pottery salespeople who, when they made the pottery, had some flaws. And what they did in order to make the margins and make the sales, instead of crumbling that clay and starting over again, they would fill it with wax, and wherever the cracks were, wherever the rocks may have popped out, and then they would paint it over so that it would look like it was a real well-made vase made of clay. Put it up for sale, and guess what would happen? Someone would buy it, they'd put it in their brick oven to cook something, and with the heat, the wax would melt, and they would realize that this was a piece of pottery that was not sincere. You see, the word sincere means without wax. So anyone that was in the pottery business would put their products on display, and if it was a true piece of pottery that was made without wax, without faults, they would have on the bottom SINCERITY, which means without wax. And you think about it, how many times have we come across other people in the sales arena where we have been sold or where we bought something and we thought they were being sincere, we thought that they were without wax, without cracks or faults, but once we bought that product, once we bought that service, we found out that they were not sincere, either because of the product they sold us was defective, and then even worse than that, they weren't there to help you through that situation. So being sincere is a very difficult thing to do, just because we, again, have so many images we're trying to uphold to others. But if we can step back and say, well, who am I on the inside? Who do I want other people to be when I'm interacting with them? Well, I want them to be truthful. I want them to have integrity. I want them to be able to admit their faults. In order to be sincere doesn't mean you're perfect. It means that if you make a mistake, you admit it, because we're human and we all make mistakes. When you deal with business owners, they know they make mistakes, and they're looking for people that they can like and trust, because when a salesman, a professional sales athlete, makes a mistake, they will be sincere and they will admit their faults. But also in that sincerity, they build a reputation. And we're here today to build the reputation of being a professional sales athlete. So my challenge for you today, in the next interactions you have throughout this day, ask yourselves, am I being sincere? Am I communicating to my clients that who I am on the outside is the same person that I am on the inside? That's the challenge. Be sincere and go make it happen. Have a great sales day. Bye-bye.